guys, cooking vlog. Around this week we have a super awesome chill dessert, just like me, it's chill. But yeah, because it's like 90 degrees today, you can't feel that through the video, but it is. And I have to wear this beanie still, but it's the green beanie, I can't wear anything else. And we are making a sorbet with like 2 ingredients. It's really awesome though, even though it's like 2 ingredients. So the 2 ingredients that you need are some kind of melon, or another good thing to add is like pineapple. You can have a mix. We have watermelon, we have cantaloupe, again pineapple mixed in with watermelon. Usually you use watermelon though, and one other thing. And you need lemon juice, that's 2, and then vanilla. So 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients. But possibly maybe sweetener depending on how sweet you like things. Step number 1. We're going to take our melon of awesomeness and put it in a blender. As you can see, if you haven't noticed, we've got an awesome new blender, which blends like a lot of things. But we're going to take our melon. So you want, for this quantity, the quantity actually doesn't really matter depending on how many people you want to make it for. So I'm just going to use this whole thing right here and maybe half of this amount of watermelon. So just you can either cut it or you can use a melon baller. Now for the rest of it, it's extremely difficult because you gotta add the ingredients, then you mix it together, and then you're pretty much done. So pay very close attention. Okay, so you need some vanilla. I never really measure out, just like not too much vanilla. You know vanilla. Like if you ever tried vanilla plain, like if you've never done that, just don't, because vanilla was not meant to be consumed in raw form. But anyway, you're gonna add some, about a teaspoon or so, and then you need about 1 lemon or like 1 lime or something. I've got half a lemon, half a lime for some other reason. So we're just gonna juice those, get plenty of juice out of it. Okay, and then you are going to add the lemon, lime, whatever juice. And that is pretty much it, unless you're gonna add sweetener, but we will taste it first. So let's put on the lid to our awesome new blender. And blend it like it was something that needed a lot of blending. Make sure it's all like smooth and not chunky anymore. Once you're done, and that is good. So you want to get out a clean spoon, unless you don't care about hygiene, then it can be whatever kind of spoon you want. But this is a clean spoon because we care. On the green beanie, we care. Okay, and then just taste some. And if it's sweet enough, just like this is, depending on what kind of melon you have or how sweet you want it, then you want to get out a bowl. Also, make sure that you have plenty of room in the freezer, that's as big as this bowl, before you start, because otherwise without a freezer you can't really make the sorbet. So, unless you're really awesome and you like live up in the mountains where I want to live, and like you can just put it outside. But I'm afraid we can't do that today. If we wanted to bake something, we could put it outside though. And you're just gonna pour it in here. Now I'm afraid we cannot just stick it in the freezer and wait, 5 hours for it to turn into a block, because we don't want a block of ice, we want a sorbet. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna put it in there, and every hour or so we're gonna just mix it around. It doesn't take very long. I mean, it sounds like a lot of work for a lazy person, but it's actually not that bad. I mean, if you're like home for the whole afternoon anyway, then just kind of stick it in there and check on it every hour or so. It's sort of flexible, every half hour to hour. As long as you don't go more than like an hour and a half, just get like a fork, put it in there. Make sure you mix it around good every time. We'll see you guys again in 1 hour.
Put that bowl in the freezer, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now that you have done something hopefully productive for an hour, we are going to do our first stir of our sorbet. So get your oven mitts on. And get out a fork. You see, you're just going to kind of stir it around. And kind of, if there's any big chunks of ice, just kind of break them up. See, it should be starting to like go kind of chunky already, a bit harder than than just a liquid. You want to do this on a surface, not in the air. And now for stirring time, number 2. I don't know how many it's going to take total. About, I don't know, like maybe 4 or something. But I'll show you what the consistency should be like at the end. Or if it's just a consistency that you like, you can kind of stop whatever, you know. But this is after 2 hours of being in the freezer and after being stirred once. As you can see, well, hopefully, if yours is going correctly, it should be kind of going into hard chunks, and then you just want to break up the chunks again. So now it's becoming remotely slushy-like, which is good, which is what we want. You can even eat it like this if you absolutely want to. But this is pretty close to what we want. We're just probably going to do 1 or 2 more times of like leaving it in for an hour and stirring. And this will be the last time you'll see me do this before the final one, so only 1 more you gotta sit through here. So it has been 3 hours since we have started. And this is like a sorbet now, sort of, I guess. If you want to, maybe half an hour less or so would have been good, but you know, if you leave it in there too long, you can always just take it out and then let it melt a little and mix it around more. But this is just about right. So you want to get out a nice little bowl, and if you have some sprigs of mint or something, you can put them on top. That looks really boss and it goes good with melon. And yeah, watch the hero shot. And that was Green Beanie 80 something for you. This dessert is pretty good. Every time I make it, it's pretty popular, and it's just fruit and like basic stuff. There's no added sugar or anything, so that makes this a Green Beanie approved dish. And announcement that Green Beanie is going from weekly episodes to every other week, because once a week was so much that people weren't watching them because there were too many of them. And it's that kind of mentality where you like get something every week, and it's like every week so you don't look at it because it comes so often. So TGB is now every other week, but every recipe will still be healthy, not only made like a boss. Equally awesome quality will always be healthy, not only made like a boss. And yeah, so subscribe to get a new episode every other week. If the video is posted before this, and I say every week, it's every other week. And check out my other channel where I do other things, such as snowboarding. And yeah, I do other stuff too. So like I do other things other than like make ice cream and whatnot. So check that channel and stick around, stay gnarly, and bye for now.